So we can all agree that we believe in God, right? Isn't it amazing that God, so faithful, so powerful, so perfect, so gracious, can look at us and think so highly of us to hold us accountable, to be a reflection of him? When God said that we were made in his image and likeness, it's meant to be understood as we possess certain characteristics that God has. We are capable to love and live our lives in reflection of him through him. Welcome to Fruitful Fridays. Today we are talking about goodness, what it means, what it looks like for us, and how we could apply it to our everyday lives. So what is goodness? Goodness is more than doing the right thing. It's a reflection of God's character shining through us. In fact, James 1:17 lets us know that all blessings, goodness, and perfect gifts comes from God, who is unchanging and constant. So God is perfect, and his standard of goodness is infallible. His standard should be the example that we live by as imperfect people. Our fallibility should serve as a constant reminder of how much we are limited as humans, and also how much we need God. Goodness is often described as moral excellence and righteousness. It encompasses doing what is just, right, and pleasing in the eyes of God and others. God's goodness is perfect while our goodness is flawed. But though our goodness is flawed, it still reflects God's character. So goodness involves mercy, kindness, love, and integrity. And again, it's a reflection of God's character, and it is ultimately rooted in him, which is why we should always be connected to him to produce goodness in our lives and the lives of others. In Ephesians 5:8-9, as Christians, God calls us to live out goodness. When he called us out of darkness and called us into light, he instructed us to live in light. The fruit of light is found in all that is good, right, and true. Through Christ, we could be restored to better reflect God's character. So we are self-righteous and fallible, but God says, I am righteous and perfect. And when you choose me, you can be restored and made righteous through me. So I asked on a poll last week, is being a good person enough? And the majority of you said no. Being a good person isn't enough because our idea of what good looks like is flawed. Our idea of what good looks like is fickle. What is good today may not be good tomorrow. This reflects the instability of our human judgment. Even with good intentions, we fall short of God's perfect standard. So human goodness is flawed because it is often self-centered, inconsistent, limited by our understanding and abilities, corrupted by sin, and influenced by social norms. But God's goodness is perfect, unchanging, and pure. The Bible encourages believers to strive for godliness and rely on God's grace to cultivate true goodness. So today I want to encourage you guys to strive to allow God's goodness to be the standard that you live by. Have a beautiful weekend and stay blessed and be good. Peace.